executed and things went your way. It seems like that was the first one in a while.
That was a good feel. Yeah, you're right. Well, it felt like if we hadn't had one at all this whole season. I know that's not the case, but when you score that many runs in an inning, it feels very good. Feels like, all right, we're starting to trend in the right direction and create some positive vibes in the dugouts, a little bit more lively, and there's some momentum. So hopefully we can keep that momentum going and bring it into tomorrow.
And it was kind of what you were looking for from those guys, Bowen and Taylor, just their contributions tonight. What does that bring to you guys?
Yeah, they basically won us the game tonight. Just being able to execute what we're asking them to do, steal some bases, put some bunts down, take some good ABs. They came through with a couple hits in that last inning, so they've been performing really well in AAA, and they kind of opened our eyes in spring training also. Won us a few games in spring training playing that way. And we just like that athleticism, that speed, what they bring on defense. They just bring a lot of intangibles to the game, that can create some havoc and make the other team have to make plays. And tonight was indicative of that, and it helped us win the game.
What would be noticing different from Fermin, whether just confidence-wise or swing-wise the last couple days?
Yeah, just a little confidence. I think we're talking with all these guys and trying to build them up, and you wonder what comes first. Does success come first and then confidence, or can confidence come first and then that leads to success? And nobody really knows the complete answer to that, but we're trying to breed that confidence in all these guys, and I think we've had opportunities to sit down with Freddy individually and tell him he's our starting catcher and that we believe in him, and we know this first couple months is not who he is offensively. He's crushing it on defense, and then maybe that gave him some confidence. I think him getting the one bunt down a couple days ago just made him feel like, I did something good for the team, and then that allowed him to free up the next few at bats, and we've seen 3 home runs from him here lately.
How motivating is it for the rest of the team to see Fermin and the way he's been performing lately?
Yeah, we just don't have many guys that are hot right now, and so when somebody gets hot, it's exciting, and we're all smiling and having fun. And these guys are tight in the clubhouse, and especially when one of their brothers is kind of really, really scuffling more than he ever has in his career. It's just good to see when somebody snaps out of it and has a smile on his face and is able to do something for the team. And we couldn't be happier for Freddie, and we're lucky he's a Padre.